Welcome back. Next branch is ethno-ophthalmology. It is the study which deals with the ophthalmology, surgery of visual pathway, that is eyes, in primitive human societies. Since ages, Atropa balanodola, Umbilica officinalis, Butia monosperma, Terminalia valerica has been used in ophthalmology. Susruta wrote Susruta Samhita in about 5th century BC in India. He described about 72 ocular diseases as well as several ophthalmological surgical instruments and techniques. Susruta has been described as the first Indian contact surgeon. Arab scientists are some of the earliest to have written about the anatomy of the eye, the earliest known diagram being in human Ibn Ishaq book of 10 treatises on the eyes. Ethnocosmetics, it deals with the study of cosmetics of ancient past which were used by ladies to beautify their appearance. Roja sinensis, Roja centifolia, Roja demosina were and are still used for making cosmetics and perfumes. Lawsonia has long been used in India and Middle East countries for coloring palm and hands, soles of feet and fingernails. Atropa belladonna has long been used in Italy by ladies to dilate their pupil in a time when it was believed that dreamy, intoxicated stare thus produced was the height of fetching beauty. An extract of belladonna was used as eye drop as part of their makeup preparation. Ethnomusicology, it is very interesting and very new subject in the field of ethnobotany. Ethnomusicology studied the musical system and culture of its own and of world. It has its role in folklore and linguistics, as music is communicated through the different languages and linguistic studies world's language. This field, although seems new, date far back to the description of music by missionaries, travelers and civils and military officials of Asian, American and Latin American who were highly educated. The cultural heritage needs to protect it and conserve before it change, and hence ethnomusicologists conduct field work intensively to gather information and communicate with the tribal people who act as informant. The musical instrument used by the tribal people has its own significance and are associated with the rituals and ceremonies of different societies and even to convey messages to the community. Ethnobotanical applications. We will discuss about the application of ethnobotany. The application of ethnobotany are varied. Givens and Harris 1994 describe 3 projects application. Number 1, rescue mission, when culture are either extinct or undergoing rapid change, so that a significant proportion of ethnobotanical knowledge will be lost unless systematically recorded. Number 2, industrial investigation, looking for plants which can be developed commercially in the different field like the pharmaceuticals. Number 3, cultural enrichment or cultural enhancement. Looking at ways to revive or strengthen the traditional uses, Martin 1995 adds a fourth application, that of the qualitative evaluation of use and management of botanical resources. None of these categories are exclusive, and an applied ethnobotanical project is often a mixture of several determined by its objectives and the locality in which it is carried out. Ethnopharmacology have contributed to the development of modern synthetic drug and medicine in a number of ways stated below. Origin, evolution, migration of several ethnic communities can be known by ethnobotany. It provides systematic recording and documentation of indigenous knowledge of plants used in relation with culture before their extinction. It helps to find out new useful plant resources for various purposes and their proper domestication. The recent increase in the manufacture of herbal drug has created a large demand for medicinal plants. Barrick 1994. So, it play an important role in the establishment of pharmaceutical industries and identifying new and alternative drug. The geographical distribution of plant community can be investigated through the ethnobotany. Domestication or documentation of indigenous technology and management system for preservation of plant resources. Novel structure of biologically active compound isolated from plant resources often promote the chemist to synthesize better semi-synthetic compounds. Synthetic drug with similar or more potent therapeutical activities are often prepared by structural modification of the plant derived compounds with non-biological activities. Contribution of ethnobotany in socio-economic economics. Botany can utilize ethnobotanically data to discover new plant resources to provide fresh idea for environment planners as a tool for basic selection of plant species for development of drug by pharmacologists, phytochemists and clinicians. As a new source of history through the study of plant name by linguistic, as a source for locating new germ plots for agriculturists. In the last century, the dynamic science of ethnobotany has emerged as a powerful force for the preservation and revitalization of indigenous culture through the study of their essential relationship with the plant kingdom. Now, we will discuss about the ethnobotanical survey. Suppose we want to conduct the ethnobotanical survey, so what is the requirement to go to the field and how to conduct the survey? I am just giving the example of ethnobotanical survey which we have conducted in Manipur. We have started the journey from Delhi to the Manipur and we went to the district Chandel, and from Chandel to the village Kangshim. So, before going to the any place or any village, you have to first meet to the headman of the village or church leader or youth leader or NGO worker or tribal leaders or some any elder person who has the responsibility of the village. After meeting the person concerned, you have to take the permission to visit that particular village, and after giving the permission to from the villagers, you can explore the different plants and the different tribal communities and even traditional healer who is working in the field of ethnobotany and treating the various diseases with the help of the medicinal plants. So, in this picture we are taking the permission from the headman of the village. Then when you are going to the field, you must have a questionnaire for collecting the information from the informant or the traditional healer. So, it containing the so many information means the name of the traditional healer, what is the age of the traditional healer, occupation, what kind of the community belongs to, the plants, common name plants, botanical name plants, family, then habitat of the plants, either it is herbs, shrubs, trees, rhizome, tuber, etc. and the what part is used to curing the various disease or particular disease, and the longitude and the altitude, the name of the collector, name of the informant, then signature, date, etc., etc. So, it is very necessary to take out the questionnaire to the field to get the information. Then you have to conduct the interview session with the healers or any informant. So, in this picture you are seeing the interview session has been conducted by different traditional healer and the informant. As in case of the modern system of medicine, we are specialized in different diseases. In the similar way, the traditional healers are also specialized in different disease, like the lady in the top of the picture is specialized for the cancer, and next to the lady the person concerned is specialized in liver disease, even the hepatitis A and hepatitis B. And in the lower side you will able to know that these people are specialized for skin disease. Then after getting the information, you have to identify the plants and collect the plant material with the help of the local people. So, in the top of the picture our research team is there to collect the plant material and identifying the plant with the help of the local people. Then after collecting the plant, you have to make a herbarium on the spot. And what is the herbarium? Herbarium is the specimen, dried specimen, and mount on the herbarium sheet. So, what you have to do? You have to press the herbarium specimen or the plant collected in the field on the daily basis, and the newspaper has to be changed after 24 hours, because if you will not change the newspaper, your plant sample can be contaminated by fungi. Then what was the result of our survey? We have collected 51 plants from Chandel district of Manipur and were documented and collected and identified with the help of the herbal medicine of Manipur and flora of others also. This is the list of the plant from where we have collected the information. It is listed out in the different language. One thing is very difficult when you are going to the tribal area, it is very difficult to identify the plant material, because they told the name of the plant in their own language, as in the Manipur there is a different language is used by the Manipuris, like the Mering, Khombo, Khobia, etc., etc. So, you must have a translator to translate the local language to the Hindi or English, and then you have to find it out the botanical name. The first, this plant is the Solanum nigrum. In the local name or the vernacular name is Amli and belongs to the Solanaceae. The whole part is used for the various diseases. Aqueous extract is used to cure the various disease. Even here in this area also this plant is used for the swelling. Then Centrella asiatica is the Umbelli family, It's a whole plant. It is the means the memory enhancer. They use this plant in the salad on the daily basis. That's why I find it out their memory is very good, and even for the gastric problem and even stomach ulcer also. Then aloe vera is known as Dhrit Kumari, and the leaves are used in treating the antibacterial and stomach ulcer and burns, etc. Then prunus belongs to Rosaceae. The leaves extract of this particular plant is used for treating the different problem in the stomach, especially the worms. This particular plant belongs to the Lamiaceae, and whole plant except root is used for the treatment of throat pain. Then Moraya is commonly known as the Kadi Patta. We use this Kadi Patta in the different recipe in the daily basis also, but it's very useful for the various diseases used by the traditional people in their area and their community. It's anti-inflammatory and anti-diabetic plant. This plant belongs to Apocynaceae, and leaves extract is given in the treatment of various disease like the fever and even diabetes also. The Ricinus communis belongs to the Euphorbiaceae, and commonly known as in English is the castor bean. The plant is used for the treatment of so many diseases by the tribal people. It reduce the fat also. It means the use for the obesity also, reduce the swelling also. Then this is the another plant, Combia, is known as the Kangi, used for the treatment of diabetes. As I show you, the several traditional healer are specialized for the several disease. Bambusa is common bamboo plant, belongs to Poaceae. Leaves and young shoots are used for the treatment of cold, cough, fever, etc. Then Dimeria belongs to Cryophyllaceae, and it is very useful in the diabetes and antipyretic, anti-inflammatory, etc. Then Bauhinia belongs to Fabaceae, and leaves and bark is used for the dysentery and even for small pox also. Then next plant is also belongs to Fabaceae. It is used as antibacterial, and seeds are also known to have anti-cancer properties. Then this list is very long to explain each and everything. Agrenatum belongs to Asteraceae. The leaves are used for the treatment of the tumor and cuts and wound. Then curcuma belongs to family Gingiberaceae, and the rhizome is used for the various problem like it's a antibacterial, antifungal, antibiotic, anti-inflammatory, and even it is used for immune booster also. Then Solanum indicum belongs to Solanaceae. The fruit is used for the treatment of cough and sore of the throat. Then next plant is Anislia, is commonly known as Karathi, belongs to Moraceae, and fruit is used for the constipation. Then there is another plant, then this is the Micania belongs to Asteraceae. The whole plant except the root are used for the treatment of eyes trouble. Then Oxalis belongs to family Oxalaceae and used for against the eye trouble and used for the dysentery, used for the other disease also. Then Sapothea is also belongs to the Asteraceae. Young stem and leaves are used for the treatment of different disease like the toothache. Then Punica granatum is belongs to Punicaceae. Leaves and barks are used for the diarrhea and other disease. Then another plant is Crogylum indicum, belongs to family Bignoliaceae. Fruit and bark is used in the treatment of dysentery, worms, cancer and other even for the ulcer also. Then this Gentium plants belongs to the Asteraceae. The leaves are used in the fever, cough, cold and other diseases also. Then Umbilica officinalis is a common plant known as the amla. Amla is the immune booster. So many plants has been utilized by the traditional healer for the treatment of the different disease. You have to document all the diseases, all the part used by the different tribal people. Anislia fragrans is the specialized plant treating for the kidney stone, and it is very useful. We are working on that, and it is the decoction is directly dissolve the kidney stone within the 15 or 20 days. So we have this list of the plants, and the conclusion of this survey, out of these 51 plants belongs to the different family, and it is dominating by Asteraceae as the largest number of the plants in this survey has been. Thank you so much.